Talk Nation, we back at it.
That boy Real Talk, man, he is bad, man. Y'all better subscribe and stop playing with this boy, man. He is bad. Y'all better subscribe now. Stop playing. I say that's all, folks.
Man, we ain't been live in a minute, man. So I know it's gonna take a little second for people to get up in here. That I already know. So we're going a little bit before we get popping.
I think that boy know what he talking about. I don't care what nobody say.
Hey, neither do I. But just in case, man, I want everybody get through. Make sure, hold on, man. Let's make sure this mic levels and everything is good, man. Yo, I literally ain't been live in like, it was like a year or two, man. So I'm rusty, a little bit nervous. But you know what? Talk Nation, we about to dive right into it, man, because it's almost dinner time, so we got to get cooking. BETERBIEV, BETTER-BIEV. This is going to come down to a pick'em fight. 50-50, according to Roy Jones, is 60-40, in BETERBIEV's favor. Now, BETTER-BIEV is a fantastic fighter. Power out of this world. In case y'all didn't know, have any of y'all ever seen BETTER-BIEV fist when he makes a fist? Look at when he makes a fist. BETTER-BIEV fist is huge. And y'all wonder why he's knocking everybody out? So just imagine his fist wrapped up and taped up in a 10-ounce glove. And in case y'all don't know the science of when a fighter puts their fist in the gloves, when you wrap your hands and you put your fist inside that gloves, your punching surface and your punching area intensifies. So that's why he be devastating people when he hurts them or when he hits them. So when BETTER-BIEV puts on those boxing gloves, you know somebody is going to get hurt. But let me tell y'all something about BETER-BIEV. You go back to the Canelo Alvarez and Bivol fight. When those two competitors was face to face on stage, BETERBIEV had no fear at all. He did not fear Canelo Alvarez. He didn't fear Canelo Alvarez at all. BETERBIEV, he was ready for Canelo. And I truly believe that BETERBIEV, he's going to be ready for BETTER-BIEV. BETTER-BIEV he's explosive. He's an explosive, dynamite, knockout competitor. Now, when these two guys step into the ring on October 12th, everybody believes that BETERBIEV is going to get knocked out. To be fair, can he get knocked out? Of course, it's boxing. But can he knock BETERBIEV out? Can he knock BETTER-BIEV out? A lot of people are like, nah, look how many knockouts BETERBIEV got. He got like 11. Now, BETERBIEV got 11 knockouts. That means he can hurt you. BETTER-BIEV, he's going to hurt somebody. But will he hurt BETERBIEV? Somebody with fantastic footwork, a great boxing IQ. His footwork is going to get him in that fight. And let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all watch BETERBIEV last fight, and I did, I watched when he fought Canelo. You know that was his last fight, but I watched when he fought Canelo. And when he fought Canelo, hold on, who there? Seeing this dude at a Diddy party in 2009, little cat. You were nice to me, bro. Glad you doing well, man. Stop that. You ain't see me in no goddamn Diddy party. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? Shout out to Puff. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? Nobody should have to go through that. Just because you're a freak, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? And all these people coming out the fucking woodwork trying to dig in my man pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Puff. Hold your head. Last time that I heard, he wasn't eating and all that. You know what I'm saying? He used to eat filet mignon, and now he got to eat fucking fried eggs and roaches and that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hold your head, Puff. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mouth shut, more importantly. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't see me at no goddamn Diddy party. That's funny. Matter of fact, clap for that man, folks. Stop that. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all though, man. But Bivol, I mean, his footwork is going to not only keep him in that fight, but that's going to get him through the fight. Better BF, he's a fantastic fighter. You know what I mean? Great power. But I'm telling y'all, Bivol's IQ, his boxing ability, his punch selection, and the fact that he throws combinations, that's going to keep him in that fight. Now, if y'all been watching Bivol train and prepare for this fight, I mean, the ball big, you know what I'm saying? He been working on his power. And Bivol got some snap. That's how he kept Canelo honest. And if you into the ring, Canelo Alvarez, somebody who is a pound for pound, great, you know what I mean, fantastic fighter, has power, has stopped many in his day and time, but he couldn't do that to Bivol. Bivol was effective at his using the jab, utilizing his jab, his footwork, and his range. He's going to have to do the same thing with Arthur BETERBIEV, especially because Arthur BETERBIEV has explosive power. He can knock you out all throughout 12 rounds of the fight. Now, he's coming off an injury. Is he truly 100%? Many have said, you know what, he wouldn't even be in the fight if he wasn't 100%. Now, he better be 100% because I know one thing. Matter of fact, I know two things. Dimitri Bivol, he trains extremely hard for his fights. And he's not afraid of anybody. Claudia. What's up, baby girl? Let me tell y'all something, man. Now, once he steps into that ring with BETERBIEV, I truly believe that, because Roy Jones already said it's a 60-40 fight in Bivol favor because BETERBIEV has been down in the past. The past is the past. The present is the present. The future is the future. Now, I don't think that Bivol has that dynamite knockout power that will knock out BETERBIEV, but I do believe he has enough crack to keep him honest. And his boxing ability and his footwork, he's going to be able to utilize and move around BETERBIEV a lot better than any past opponent. And BETERBIEV, he likes to press you. And with that dominating power, if he presses you and if he catches you, he's going to hurt you. But Bivol, he's going to be moving around too much. That's where the boxing IQ comes in. When you watch when he fought Canelo Alvarez, when Bivol was on the ropes, he wasn't on the ropes for a long series of time. A couple of seconds, he was circling up out of there. He's going to have to do the same thing with BETERBIEV. But more importantly, as far as utilizing the ring and having that ring IQ, he wants to stay out of the corner of the ring. If Bivol, if he gets into the corner of the ring, I guarantee you BETERBIEV will try to capitalize on that. He's going to try to trap him, and he's going to try to work him to the body because Bivol is the taller competitor. And with the power that BETERBIEV has, if he catches Bivol with a body shot and he hurts him, he can finish him. I mean, BETERBIEV has that type of power. He doesn't even have to hit you on the chin. If he punches you in the damn head, if he punches you in the arm, if he punches you anywhere in your goddamn body, he's going to hurt you, and you will be in trouble. So, Bivol coming into this fight, I'm telling y'all, man, like he is going to be in the best shape of his life. He's been running this fight, but he has no fear. That's what they impresses me about Bivol, and me looking at it from not only a fan but an analytical point of view. That's why I can say that he can go into that fight and he can have success because he does not fear Arthur BETERBIEV. And when you don't have fear of something or anybody, that gives you an edge, not only as far as confidence, but it makes your heart beat just like that. And when your heart ain't all pumping, you know what I'm saying? You're not all jittery, when you calm, your breathing, your breath control is perfect. I'm telling you, you can function better, you can move better, you can think better. And perceptionally, when you step into that ring and you see your opponent, and you're trying to calculate, you're trying to figure out what they're trying to do, everything is more clear when you're calm. And Bivol, when he comes into a fight, it doesn't matter who the competitor is, he's calm. You know what I mean? And that's what makes him dangerous. And when this, I'm talking about, as soon as that bell rings and these guys come from corner to mid-ring, I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to sit up here and say it's going to be fireworks because Bivol is a master boxer. BETERBIEV, he's a boxer puncher. So it's going to be some calculating going on in the early rounds. But who knows? Bivol or Arthur BETERBIEV, they may shock everybody. We don't know their game plan. Now, let me tell y'all something. Now, if BETERBIEV starts this fight on a high note, what I mean on a high note is he's aggressive. He's coming into this fight to hurt Dimitri Bivol. The BETTER-BIEV always say, you know what, I don't look for the knockout. I'm not looking for the knockout. So if you ain't looking for the knockout, you know what I mean? What you're trying to do, this is for undisputed. This is for all the chips. This is for all the belts. So if you're not looking to be an undisputed champion, that means you're not trying to take risks. And if you're not trying to take risks, you're not trying to win this fight. And I know one thing, BETERBIEV, he is not only ready to fight, but he can't wait for the opportunity to step into the ring. Let's see. I have no idea what that means, man. Bacon _ plays. What you talking about, homie? You know what I mean? I have no idea what the card name for edit. I have no idea what that is, man. I have no idea what that means. No idea at all. I'm trying to get paid. Can you hear me okay? If you can't, let me know. Because the setup that I'm using is fairly new. And it's definitely my first time going live with this setup. So let me know if you can hear me okay. And if you can't, let me know so I can adjust the settings on this thing. But if you guys, I mean, what do you guys think? What does the fans, what do the people think? And how do you guys see this fight starting and finishing? What's your thoughts? Because everybody think that BETTER-BIEV is just going to knock him out, which is, if you look at the 100% knockout ratio, I mean, it's a no-brainer. But if you are not only a fan of the sport, you know what I mean, but you're a student of the game, you know anything can happen in the sport of boxing. And one thing about Bivol, like I said, he's not afraid. He took risks when he fought Canelo, but he was smart. Canelo tried to bait Bivol multiple times in that fight, especially when Bivol was having success. Canelo tried to bait him. I don't see BETTER-BIEV doing that. Because BETTER-BIEV, he's a solid assassin, man. You know what I mean? He's not braggadocious in life, and he's definitely not braggadocious in boxing. You know what I mean? When he steps into that ring, he's real calculating. You know what I mean? He stalks his prey. And when he gets you hurt, despite what he says, he does get you up out of there. So everybody thinks that Bivol, you know what I mean, he don't got a chance. If you get hit one time, he's going to get knocked out. I mean, I done seen thumbnails saying that BETTER-BIEV said that he's going to knock him out in the first round. When I seen interviews and BETTER-BIEV said, you know what, like, I don't look for the knockout. I mean, if it comes, it comes. And most fighters, smart fighters, that's what they say. Because that's what you should say. Terence Crawford, same thing. Excellent knockout ratio, but he always says, I don't look for the knockout. But if I get somebody hurt, I'm going to get him up out of there. And when you have skill and power, that's easy to do. Terence Crawford, fantastic finisher. BETERBIEV, devastating finisher. Because when he hurts you, you already hurt. So if you're the ref, and the ref is going to be very, very, that's going to be an intricate part of this fight, the ref. Because BETTER-BIEV is a dangerous puncher. So if Bivol gets in trouble, he's going to have to be careful because everybody knows the power that BETTER-BIEV had. So if Bivol gets in trouble, he's going to have to be really, really smart. And he's going to have to be wary at all times of what's going on around him. Because if he get hurt, that ref can come up in there, you know what I'm saying, real quick and wave the fight off because he knows BETTER-BIEV's power and they don't want him to get hurt. So Bivol's going to have to fight a very smart fight. But he's defensively sound, has great footwork. But sometimes you zig when you should have zagged. And sometimes that gets your ass caught. And if you get caught with BETTER-BIEV, that could be the fight. So let me tell y'all something, man. I know one thing and one thing for certain. You know what I mean? When this fight happens, it is going to be a great fight. Even this is the kind of fight, man, like, to be honest with you, like, I wouldn't even bet on it. I wouldn't even bet on it. This is the type of fight where you really enjoy the fight for what it is. This fight is for undisputed. You have two top tier, not only pound for pound fighters in the world, but of the division. You know what I'm saying? 1A, 1B. And these two guys are the best of the best. So this is the kind of fight where you expect an excellent performance out of both of these guys. But the injury the BETTER-BIEV had, hopefully he's 100% so we can see the best version of him and what he has to bring to the table. And the same thing for BETERBIEV, which is, to my knowledge, from what I've seen and heard, he had a great camp. He's in great shape. He's focused. He's ready for the fight. And he can't wait for the opportunity. This is what he became a fighter to be, a champion, an undisputed champion. Not just a champion, but the undisputed champion. And after this fight, who knows? There's talks about BETTER-BIEV possibly going up to cruiserweight. Can you imagine BETTER-BIEV going up to cruiserweight when you see all the damage that he does right now? Can you imagine him going up in weight? I mean, that's crazy. But he's 38 years old. Why not? You know what I mean? And if he happens to lose his titles, why not go up to cruiserweight, try to capture a title at cruiserweight? And who knows? I mean, if he does retire, most likely he will be at cruiserweight. But just imagine BETTER-BIEV going up to cruiserweight or heavyweight. It BETTER-BIEV, let's just go to odds. You know what I mean? Let's just go to fairy tale real quick. If BETTER-BIEV goes to cruiserweight or even heavyweight, he automatically becomes a favorite. Just like when Terrence Crawford moved up to 47, then 54, he automatically became a favorite. He automatically had opportunities. Imagine when BETTER-BIEV goes up. He's going to have opportunities. And if you're anybody at cruiserweight who has a title, you want to be nervous. If you're brave and you say, you know what, man, send him over here, I respect that. But chances are you're going to lose your title. Because if he carries his power is only going to increase when he goes up. Now, we've seen some of these guys at heavyweight. We've seen what just happened to Anthony Joshua. Fantastic competitor, fantastic fighter. But if you hit Anthony Joshua right, he's going to be in La La Land. Yanju, what's up, man? Bivol uses that high guard that exposes his body and uppercut. BETTER-BIEV will eventually catch him, I promise you. I mean, the thing about high guard, you know what I'm saying? Like when you bring your guard up, a lot, especially Canelo. Like Canelo was good for this. He brings his high guard up for two reasons. You know what I mean? To set up his shots and also to bait his opponent. Bivol, he does go on high guard, but sometimes Bivol, he also lowers his guard. He be getting kind of Roy Jones with it, but he be keeping that right hand up to protect himself, and he's going to have to do that. He's not going, in my opinion, he's not going to go through the whole fight in security mode because he's going to have to let his hands go. And Bivol, he lets his hands go. I mean, he throws great combinations. He does have speed. He does have pop, but he's also a great mid-range fighter. So when Bivol is at distance, when he's not in range, you're going to see a more relaxed Bivol. And he's going to try, in my opinion, I think he's going to try to, actually, it may seem crazy, but he's going to try to invite BETTER-BIEV in because that's how you set him up for traps. You know he's going to pressure you. You know he has that power. You know if he catches you, he can hurt you. So sometimes you might want to give him a look and see if he goes for it because you're trying to set him up for something. So this is that IQ is going to come in. This is that experience is going to come in. I mean, both of these guys are fantastic competitors. They're not rookies. They got a lot of experience. And when Bivol, I'm telling y'all, when Bivol fought Canelo Alvarez, not only was that a great fight, he put on an excellent performance, but that was an eye-opening performance for BETTER-BIEV. Because I told y'all, leading up to the fight, everybody thought Canelo was too skilled. And moving up, he still was going to have that power. Mixed with that skill, Bivol didn't have a chance. But I told people, as soon as they picked Bivol, I started doing my homework, and everybody's talking about cherry pick. They was talking about Canelo's going to do this, Canelo's going to do that. And I told y'all, don't be surprised when Canelo get upset. Go back and watch my videos, man. You know what I'm saying? Type it in, Canelo, Bivol. Check out the shorts, the videos, see what comes up. You'll see that I'm telling the truth. I ain't got to lie to you. I told everybody, Bivol is going to upset Canelo Alvarez. And what did he do? Not only he upset Canelo Alvarez, but he really beat Canelo Alvarez. It wasn't no room for discussion. You can't say that Canelo got robbed, he got cheated. No, he beat Canelo Alvarez. Unanimous decision. If my memory does not fail me, I believe the scorecards all read 115, 113. You know what I mean? So it was a unanimous decision. He decisively beat pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. That's why when you hear Canelo Alvarez, he literally picks his own fights. But the fight that he always talks about winning or winning back or rematching somebody is Dimitri Bivol. Ted, what's up, dog? You know what I'm saying? What's up, homie? You know, I ain't been live in a minute, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get out here and get my feet wet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is a great fight. So plus I'm gonna start going live more often, man, because like putting videos together, that takes a lot of time. Going live, man, you go straight to the people, man. And I'm gonna start doing that, man. Like I said, I'm putting a couple of things in my arsenal, man, so I'm gonna start going live. Excuse me. But Dale was like, big dog, yeah, that was a bet I missed on. I had a feeling. You must be talking about Canelo and you know what I'm saying, Bivol. I mean, a lot of people, man, look how many people probably lost money because they bet on Canelo Alvarez to beat Dimitri Bivol. They thought it was automatic. And I told people, it's not going to be automatic. Don't be surprised if Bivol upset him. And what he do, upset him. Yanju, my brother. Yanju says BETTER-BIEV will have a game plan for that Soviet style. Keep in mind, they both Russian, bro. So you can't say that. Soviet style he has seen in multiple times. BETTER-BIEV is also smart. Stop comparing Canelo to BETTER-BIEV. BETTER-BIEV has quicker feet and punch harder. You saying BETTER-BIEV has better feet than Canelo? Nah, not in my opinion. You know what I mean? If anything, I would say they kind of got similar feet. And he definitely does not have better feet than Bivol. And skill-wise, Canelo Alvarez has a better skill set than BETTER-BIEV. BETTER-BIEV, he is a good boxer. You know what I'm saying? Great fighter. His power is phenomenal. But skill-wise, when you look at everything that he can do skill-wise, he doesn't have more skilled boxing ability than Bivol or Canelo. Power, yes, but BETTER-BIEV is he's real slippery. You know what I mean? He's defensively better than people realize, and he does things as far as boxing-wise that are deceptive that you really have to pay attention to. You know what I mean? So trust me, I'm not discounting BETTER-BIEV at all. He is dangerous. He is skillful. You know what I mean? He can beat Bivol. You know what I mean? But Bivol can also be him. But I would say the difference between the two is in how the victory comes to pass. I believe that BETTER-BIEV has a greater chance of knocking Bivol out than Bivol knocking BETTER-BIEV out. If Dimitri Bivol comes into this fight with BETTER-BIEV and knocks him out or stops him, do you understand how not only crazy that will be? I mean, you're talking about shock the world kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because everybody is thinking that BETTER-BIEV is going to knock Bivol out. Nobody thinks that BETTER-BIEV is going to go 12 rounds with Bivol. Some say there might be a moral victory and Bivol goes 12 rounds. But if Bivol goes 12 rounds with BETTER-BIEV and he put his hands on him and he get more rounds than BETTER-BIEV, then I believe that's how he'll win. But he's going to have to put on a fantastic performance. He's going to have to fight a very smart fight. How he went in there with Canelo is how he's going to have to go in there with BETTER-BIEV. Mind clear, great game plan, and execute. And don't fall into the traps. Don't let them bait him. You know what I mean? Don't let them bait you. But like I said, the kind of fighter BETTER-BIEV is, he's not the same kind of fighter that Canelo is. So how Canelo attacks his opponent, BETTER-BIEV, he doesn't attack his opponents like that. Jan says, I think Bivol wins early rounds, but he gets stopped late. But it will be a great fight. That's going to depend on how active he is. And I told y'all, man, like his feet, Bivol's feet is going to get him through this fight from round 1 to round 12 if it goes 12 rounds. Now, Bivol winning earlier rounds, it could happen. But like I said, we all think, that's the beautiful thing about the sport, man. Like, everybody thinks that because of activity and quickness and youth, keep in mind, BETTER-BIEV is 38. You know what I'm saying? I think Bivol's like 32, was 33, something like that. But he's a younger guy. He's the fresher guy. And he's not coming off an injury. And Bivol has never been down, although these guys are undefeated. Now, can Bivol win early rounds? Of course he can. Of course he can. Because he's a great boxer and he moves. So, yes, he can outpoint BETTER-BIEV early. But here's the thing about BETTER-BIEV scoring early, if he does score early, because who knows, it can go round for round. But if BETTER-BIEV, you know what I'm saying, gets behind as far as rounds, let's just say he loses the first 3 rounds and he wins the 4th round, he wins the 5th, then Bivol comes back and wins the next 2. The later this fight goes, in my opinion, the more success I believe that Bivol will have, because Bivol is the more active fighter. His legs is fresh throughout 12 rounds. He doesn't diminish. That's one of the things that impressed me about Dimitri Bivol when I watch him fight. He's fresh the whole fight. The same movement the whole fight, like the Manny Pacquiao, in and out. You know what I'm saying? Lateral movement coming in. You know, Bivol, the feints that he was using when he fought, you know what I'm saying? Canelo, and it's a lot of his opponents. You know what I mean? Like, he is so quick on his feet, and when he feints, and then when you bite on that feint, he comes back with the jab, you know what I mean? They hit you with the straight hand to the body, you know what I mean? And then he's automatically, you know what I'm saying, moving laterally, going side to side. Like, his footwork is beautiful, man, and it's so energetic. And BETTER-BIEV, he's not that explosive on his feet. That's how he generates a lot of that power. So Bivol is going to want to get BETTER-BIEV moving his feet. The more that BETTER-BIEV moves his feet, the more tired he's going to get. So the later this fight goes, I think the advantage is going to go to Bivol. He's going to be very active, and like I said, his feet and his legs are always fresh. BETTER-BIEV, I can't say the same thing about BETTER-BIEV, you know what I'm saying? That's why he generally always stops his opponents, you know what I'm saying, fairly early. He says he doesn't look for a knockout, but trust me, he'd rather get him out of there early than that fight goes 12 rounds. That's why a fighter that always gets his opponents out of there relatively early, when they're in a fight and that fight winds up going into deep waters, sometimes they struggle. Look at what happened to Jerome Boots. Boots always knocking out guys by the 6th, literally by the 6th round. But when he fought Chukazian, that fight went on and Boots was getting frustrated. Yanju says, I disagree. BETTER-BIEV carries his power. I didn't say he didn't carry his power. I was talking about his legs. He said carries his power late and has good stamina. It's almost like he gets stronger as the round goes by. He has had early to late stoppages. Now, keep in mind, I'm not talking about his power. I'm talking about his legs. Now, if his legs is fresh, keep in mind, like I said, he's coming off being injured. That's why, you know what I mean, everything has been prolonged. So if his legs is fresh, then everything's going to be fine. We're going to have, either way, it's going to be a great fight. But I'm not saying that this is what it's going to be. I'm hypothetically saying that if that is a factor moving into the later rounds of the fight, I'm not right. It's not written in stone. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm saying hypothetically, if that happens, because I know for a fact when I watched, just like when I went back and I watched, you know what I'm saying? I watched the Caleb Smith fight when he fought BETTER-BIEV. And one of the things I was looking at was his footwork. And like I said, when I was watching the Bivol fights, one of the things I was looking at was his footwork. And I'm telling you, it's like night and day. The way that Bivol moves, that's one of the things that he's going to want to do. He's going to want to get BETTER-BIEV moving his feet. If he moves his feet and has to throw more punches than he ever threw, and especially if those punches ain't getting through, then he's going to be in trouble, in my opinion, in the later rounds. Stamina is different. But like I said, the power, trust me, ain't nobody on God's green earth talking about BETTER-BIEV's power in a negative way. This dude is one of, if not the most devastating puncher in the sport of boxing. Everybody used to say it was Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder don't even have a 100% knockout ratio, you know what I mean? Especially nowadays, because he lost his last 3 or 4 fights. So BETTER-BIEV is when you talk about power, he's on a different planet. You know what I'm saying? He's the Incredible Hulk. You know what I mean? In the boxing world, you know what I mean? Like, this dude just keeps getting stronger as you stipulated. You know what I mean? So his power is not going to be affected, in my opinion. In my opinion. Yanju went on to say it's going to come down to who executes their game plan better. May the best man win. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. 100%. It's a 50-50 fight, but I got BETER-BIEV. But won't be surprised if BETER-BIEV wins. You see, you know what I mean? I respect that. Like, you do have a favorite. You want him to win, but you're giving his opponent a chance to win, because you know that he has talent, he has skill, he has ability, he can get it done, and that's all it comes down to. That's the kind of, you the kind of fan that I could talk to about boxing, my brother, because you like who you like, but at the same time you respect the game. You know that it's boxing. You know on a good night the other guy can win, and your favorite fighter, who knows if he has an off night and he's in that ring on that particular night with a live dog, he in there with a shark, he in there with a wolf. Hey, it's gonna be a tough night, and that's what I'm saying. Yanju says, I just subscribed, bro. Hey man, appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, man. Welcome to the family, man. Talk Nation, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna start going live more often, man. You know what I mean? It's like I was always working, man. You know what I mean? Like I just been off for like a month, man. Just like to get my mind right, y'all. Got a lot of shit going on. So I was always working like crazy hours, man. You know what I mean? So it was like going live takes it for some reason. It's like when I used to go live, that shit took a lot out of me, man. You know what I mean? But like when you make a video, like you film a video, and then you can kind of chill before you start editing and breaking it down, and before you put it out. But when you live, you know what I'm saying? It's like you sit down and you're there with the people. You know what I mean? And most lives, you sitting there for an hour or two, whatever, you know what I mean, chopping it up. So if you got things to do, sometimes that's hard, man. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of shit going on. You said I just scrap it. Let's talk boxing from time to time. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna try to figure out what, as far as schedule, how I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? YouTube just sent me a message, I believe it was yesterday. And they were saying like, come October 15th, like how y'all see YouTube shorts, it's like 15 seconds to like a minute. Now they're going to be up to 3 minutes. So now you're going to start seeing in a couple of weeks YouTube shorts being a little bit longer. So for people like myself, we like to put out long form content, you know what I mean? But it is very time consuming at times. Now we can do it in 3 minutes. So now I could just do, let's just say I could film a 6-minute video, but by the time that I edit it, I can edit it down to a 3-minute video, and I can put that out. You know what I mean? I can still get those long form content numbers as far as analytics. So that's going to be a good thing. But I already said it, already put it in my head, man. I said, you know what? I'm going to start going live more, because you get to be a little bit organic. You know what I'm saying? You get to be right there with the people. And also too, what I wanted to do was like start inviting people into the chat. You know what I mean? So we could chop it up like that. So look for that to be coming. But like I said, I'm getting my, as they say, feel of the landscape thing. I don't know how to do that yet. You know what I mean? I tried to do that like before I started this live. I started one before, but you couldn't start the live until you invited somebody to the live. So I had to have somebody to invite in order to get it started. So I didn't know it worked like that. I thought that I could start the live just like this, and then I could pick one of you guys, and then I can invite you to the live. That's how I thought it was, but it's not like that. So I think maybe on StreamYard, I think it's like that, but not on YouTube. So everybody here, you know what I'm saying? Like if you hear, man, like I said, man, smash that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, we new to you might as well say we new to the live. The last live that I did was like a year or two ago. So it's like, man, I have to reacclimate. I'm just getting my feet wet, you know what I mean? So the more we do, the better we're going to get, the more comfortable we are going to get.
I say that boy is special. No, that boy right there special, man. I don't care what nobody say.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I got a couple of things, man. Got a couple of toys, and like I said, man, you know what I mean? It's going to be fun moving forward, man. You know what I mean? So, welcome to the family. Like I said, we had somebody else in here that, you know what I mean, was a part of the team, but they stepped off. You know what I mean? But and it's funny how YouTube is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you don't go live like that, they don't advertise when you go live. It's different from when you drop a video or a short. Going live is different. So the more times you go live, the bigger your presence gets as far as the algorithm. So if you don't go live like that, and you don't have people who are subscribed to you with their notifications on, then it'll be kind of like you gotta get your feet wet. You gotta build it up. You'll probably get more views once your live is finished, and then people watch it after the fact, which is all good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to with anything. You have to build. You have to build. You have to build. So right now we building on our live presence back up. Before, when I was going live, I noticed that. But like I said, I got out of doing lives because it was like, man, 2 hours, 3 hours, and I'm like, damn, it was dinner time. You know what I mean? So I wanted to hop on here real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it is almost dinner time. But let me tell y'all, man, like it's going to be a great fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Yanju, I know you got BETTER-BIEV. But when I be looking in the comments, y'all, not only my comments, but when I look at other channels' comments, it's surprising how many people are giving BETTER-BIEV a chance. Don't get me wrong, people got BETTER-BIEV doing this thing. But that's what I was looking for. I wanted to see if everybody was going to have BETTER-BIEV for the knockout or winning the fight. And I seen some of that, but then I seen a lot of people was like, hey, BETTER-BIEV's my guy. I'm going with BETTER-BIEV. BETTER-BIEV in 12 rounds. BETTER-BIEV with the decision. And I was like, yo, I said, that's what's up. Because I see BETTER-BIEV, if he wins, it's going to go 12 rounds and it'll be a decision. But like I said, if BETTER-BIEV does something astronomical and he shocks the world, and he can go into that fight with BETTER-BIEV and get a stoppage, I mean, you talk, first of all, BETTER-BIEV is one of the pound for pound best fighters on the planet. One of the top guys at 175. I mean 166, period. You know what I mean? So if he beats Arthur BETTER-BIEV, not only does his stock rise, but you have to put BETTER-BIEV in the pound for pound conversation. So especially he's going to be undisputed and undefeated. And when you look at his age, he has enough time to make a good run. Now, will he move up? You know what I'm saying? From a light heavyweight, you know what I'm saying, to cruiserweight, like a lot of people are saying that BETTER-BIEV is going to do. I don't think that he is. I think that he should stay at 175. Just imagine BETTER-BIEV and Benavidez. Benavidez and BETTER-BIEV, they sparred before. People asked David Benavidez if these guys fought, and Benavidez was speaking from the viewpoint of we sparred. I may have had a good round, so a good day sparring, so I know what he can do. Like that sparring shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Benavidez he should know better. What y'all did sparring is sometimes it's not going to translate, you know what I mean, transfer to the ring. That's like night and day. And trust me, if you got anything on BETTER-BIEV, you don't think he remembers that? You don't think that he knows what he has to work on if y'all two fight? So, especially the way Benavidez fights, Benavidez is a volume puncher. He's fast, throws a lot of shots. His power comes from his pop. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things like Manny Pacquiao, what made Manny Pacquiao dangerous. Manny Pacquiao had speed and pop and power. When Manny Pacquiao hit you, it's like you getting hit. Matter of fact, what's his name? Adrian Broner. Broner said it best. He was like, when I got hit by Pacquiao, it was like somebody hit me with a damn brick. You know what I mean? Just imagine that. You know what I mean? Imagine somebody punch you in the floor, hit you in the face with a damn brick. That's how I feel to get hit by Manny Pacquiao. Like that's what makes BETTER-BIEV so dangerous. I said this before in a minute, and when I started to scream. When you look at BETTER-BIEV, you look at his fist is huge, like a damn grapefruit. So by the time his hands gets wrapped, and then you put his hands in a 10-ounce glove, the surface area of his shots increases. So when he punches people, it's like you get hit with a bowling ball. And that's what makes BETTER-BIEV so dangerous. So when you see these fighters, man, you know what I'm saying? You see a fighter with huge hands, has power, be very careful. Be very careful. Don't get hit flush. You know what I'm saying? Because if they hit you, they want to hurt you. So October 12th is going down pound for pound, two of the best pep competitors in town. BETERBIEV, undefeated, fantastic competitor, great footwork, great jab, excellent at distance, those great combinations, has a high IQ. He's not afraid. He's young, very youthful, great feet, great legs, great energy, great stamina. I mean, he's checking a lot of boxes. Arthur BETTER-BIEV, veteran, has disastrous, world-ending power. Decisively good as far as defense. Footwork, pretty good, but not the best. I really had to think about it, y'all. I really had to think about it. Like, looking at BETTER-BIEV, his style, what he brings to the table, it's like a lot some things jump out at you, but the thing that really jumps out at you naturally is the power. When you look at it from a skill point, when you look at what he does in the ring, you really have to pay attention to what he does and how he picks guys apart and how he gets his shots off. But certain fighters, like I said, like BETERBIEV, like you don't have to really look too close because it jumps out at you. His abilities, his capabilities, the things that he's good at, it kind of jumps out at you. So when you're watching the tape on BETERBIEV, you don't have to watch with a microscope. But with BETTER-BIEV, you have to really, really pay attention. Because if you don't, you may wind up calling him basic. BETTER-BIEV is not basic. He's definitely not basic. He doesn't do a lot that jumps out at you. You know what I'm saying? You really have to pay attention. But let me tell y'all something, man. He's 38 years old. I don't know how much longer the BETTER-BIEV is going to be boxing. But I don't see him boxing when he's maybe 40. Lord knows 40 plus. But I will say this, just like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, like veterans who fought late, you know what I mean, Bernard Hopkins, like depending upon your lifestyle kind of dictates and determines how long you're going to be in the sport. Because if you have a bad lifestyle, you drink, you smoke, you party, it's kind of hard to say as far as longevity, how long you'll be around. Like what Ryan Garcia did leading up to the Devin Haney fight, after everything is said and done, Ryan Garcia wasn't even training. He was still drinking, still partying, smoking weed, you know what I mean? Still fucking around with the females, with the boys. So depending upon your lifestyle and how disciplined you are, all around dictates your longevity. Now, BETTER-BIEV, he's a Muslim, you know what I mean? Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, you know what I'm saying? Very, very, very clean guy. Clean living, clean mind, clean spirit, very strong competitor. I got a lot of respect for BETTER-BIEV. He's my brother. I have a lot of respect for him. But just because, and I consider BETERBIEV my brother too, man, you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing for them to be fantastic competitors. But one thing that I like to say when you start dipping people into that all-time great, he's going to be a Hall of Famer pool. Who are they as far as them being men? Is that a good dude? Is that a good brother? He a good father? You know what I'm saying? Is he a good person? Because when you mix that in with being a great fighter, that's what makes you an all-time great. When you start talking about Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, a lot of these guys, fantastic fighters and fantastic people. It can't be denied. Can't be denied. So BETTER-BIEV, he kind of has that aura. Once he walks away from the sport of boxing, he will never be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? He will pound for pound be in the books. They will talk about him, his legacy, his power, what he did in the sport of boxing. forever. You know what I mean? Excuse me. And Bivol, he wants to be in that same conversation, but he believes that he still has a lot to accomplish. So that being said, when these two guys step into the ring October 12th, dreams will be realized, and who knows, dreams will be shattered. This is a dream. This is a goal for Dimitri Bivol to be on this stage, to be at this point, to be stepping into the ring with pound for pound the best fighter in the world. I recently seen an interview, and Bivol said something that blew my mind, and I don't know if I'll be able to figure out and say what he said verbatim, but basically he said, if you have great enemies, if you have great opponents, that determines your level of greatness. In other words, the way that I interpret that is, if you fight bums, then shit, you a bum. But if you fight the best, the most dangerous competitors that you can, that says what level is you on. That says that you're dangerous. That says that you're the best. So let me tell y'all something, man. Bivol, this guy has no fear. So when he steps into that ring on October 12th with Arthur BETTER-BIEV, I'm telling you, he's not going to be afraid. He's going to be confident. He's going to be ready. And if he has a good game plan, which I believe that he does, and he will, if he executes, he has a chance. BETTER-BIEV, same thing. But the only defining factor between the two, when you get game, because sometimes say the game plans go out the window, what you will do. Bivol can fight, he can box. So if they have a game plan and he gets hurt and they got to go into the bag, pull something out, he's skilled enough, in my opinion, to survive. Well, BETTER-BIEV allow him to survive, it's a different story. Because when you got a broken leg and you try to swim away from a shark, guess what? Sharks can swim three feet per second. You ain't gonna be able to get very far. So if Bivol gets injured in this fight, if he gets hurt, get his bell rung, and BETTER-BIEV smells blood and comes on the attack, I mean, as much as I like Bivol, I'm gonna be over. But if Bivol can, like I said, if he can do something that nobody has ever truly done, even though BETTER-BIEV has been down. But even though in those fights that he went down, he still got back up and he still knocked the guy out. So if Bivol can hurt BETTER-BIEV, get him in trouble, I'm talking about real trouble, like when Usyk hurt Tyson Fury, that type of situation. If he can hurt BETTER-BIEV and BETTER-BIEV gets wobbly, discombobulated, loses his balance, he's in and out, and Bivol can jump on him, hurt him again, and finish him and stop him, that puts Bivol, like when you talk about Crawford, you talk about a new way, when you talk about Usyk, you know what I mean? When you talk about, I forgot his name, man. This fight just got announced. But when you talk about the top pound for pound guys, you know what I mean? Even Tank Davis, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to say Bivol, especially if he becomes undisputed. If he happens to stop BETTER-BIEV, that's going to put him right up there. When you talk about pound for pound, he may not be number one, because they're generally probably going to put Bud at number one, and Newey at number two, probably Tank or maybe Canelo at number three. You know what I'm saying? And probably Usyk, maybe Usyk, who knows? But he's probably going to have to be top 5, maybe 6. If he happens to go into that fight and stop BETTER-BIEV, he's going to be top 5, probably number 5 on that list, or maybe 6. He's definitely ain't going to be number 10 on that list. Definitely not, because he's already a fantastic competitor. In my opinion, if Canelo was pound for pound number 4, or number 3 and number 4, and he got beat by Bivol, and Bivol goes into this fight with BETERBIEV and stops him and becomes undisputed, shit, he may take Canelo's spot for now. You know what I mean? He may take Canelo's spot. Canelo might have to do something like fight a David Benavidez to jump back up there. And talking about David Benavidez, it's unfortunate, but I don't think that he's going to get that Canelo fight. But if Benavidez and Bivol fight for the result of this fight, I mean, that's going to be a great fight. That's going to be a dangerous fight. That's going to be a great fight. As talented as David Benavidez is, skill-wise, Bivol to date will probably be the most skilled fighter to me for, even more so than Caleb Plant. Because a lot of people thought when Caleb Plant fought Benavidez, that fight was going to go a different way. But a lot of people thought it was going to go just how it went. He was going to get him in trouble, get him hurt, and get him up out of there. Because what makes Benavidez so dangerous is his punch output. He throws combinations. He throws a lot of shots. Has speed, has pop. So when he's throwing these series of shots, when he's catching guys, like he also has pop at the end of his shots. So if you throw a 5-punch combination and 2 to 3 shots get through, those 2 to 3 shots, depending upon placement, if you get 1 downstairs, 2 up top, they got enough pop and sting on them. So even if you covered up, high guard, mid guard, tied up, you're going to feel those punches. You're going to feel those punches. Now, the cumulative effect of taking continued punishment like that is what gets people in trouble when they fight Benavidez. That's the same thing for Bivol. Bivol may not be known to be a devastating knockout puncher, but he puts enough shots together that if he hurts you, if he catches you a few times, eventually he can break you down and he can hurt you. Now, that's what kind of fight that's going to be with Bivol and Benavidez if they come to heads and they step into the ring. That's going to be a great fight, a dangerous fight for both guys. But who knows? I don't think that Bivol. Actually, you know what? I'm about to say I don't think Bivol will fight somebody like that coming out of a fight with BETTER-BIEV. Because when guys win belts, especially in the 4-belt era right now, when these guys get titles, their next fight, they want it to be easy. Look at Brian Norman Jr. and Jerome Boutsenis. You know what I mean? Like, you looked at what Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. was talking about. Basically, y'all priced yourself out of that fight. Brian Norman was just elevated. Him fighting Jerome Boutsenis, he's losing that title. Y'all know it. Everybody in the media knows it. And most fans know it. Even if you're a fan of Brian Norman Jr., you know if he gets into that ring with Jerome Boutsenis, he gets smoked. Boots is that talented. He is that skilled. And more importantly, he is that hungry. He wants to be undisputed at 147, period. He had the opportunity, because Eddie Hearn even talked about it. It's possible that he can go to 154. Eddie Hearn wants him to go up to 154. Why? Because it's going to be hard at 147, not because of the competition, but because of his goals. He wants to be undisputed. And these guys holding titles at 147, Stanionis, Barrios, Brian Norman Jr., these guys do not want to give those titles up because they know it's statistically improbable that when they step into that ring with Jerome Boutsenis, they're going to walk out still a champion. Everybody knows that when these guys step into the ring with Boots, they're going to lose. And that's saying something. You know how talented you have to be when people literally almost guarantee you to win the fight? You got to be a bad mother, you know what I'm saying? Same thing, look at Bivol and BETTER-BIEV. Before BETTER-BIEV and Bivol, before that fight was made, when you talk about anybody fighting BETTER-BIEV, it's always going to end up one way. BETTER-BIEV getting a stoppage or getting a knockout. When they made the fight with Bivol, yes, those scenarios are still present, but you can't say that Bivol ain't got a chance. He's too talented. He's too skilled. He's too great of a boxer. His boxing IQ is too high. So you can't sit up here and say that he ain't got a chance. You be lying to yourself. That's why, like Yandru said, you know, it's like BETTER-BIEV, that's what we're going with. I respect that. But you won't be surprised if BETERBIEV wins. That is how you objectively look at a fight. Yes, you have your favorite fighter. Yes, even if it's a pick'em fight, you pick who you want to pick. But in the sport of boxing, you never know. You thought when Andy Ruiz stepped into the ring with Anthony Joshua, you thought that he was going to walk away that night, the first Latino heavyweight champion of all time? Nobody was thinking that. They said, this fat, you know what I mean? They said, watch what Anthony Joshua do to this guy. And what did he do? He shocked the world. So, BETERBIEV, highly talented, very skilled competitor, very smart, and more importantly, my best attribute about the brother, he ain't scared of nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a man just like he's a man. So just how you put your boots on, your gloves, you get your hands wrapped, put your gloves on, you walk out, you do your ring walk, step into the ring, prepare for a 12-round fight. He does the same thing. It's equal. It's an equal playing field, and I respect that. Because a lot of these guys, they psych themselves out and they scare themselves out of a fight. People always say, like, people are not scared to take this fight or take that fight. I disagree. A lot of these guys don't want to fight certain people because they know the probability of them losing is high, especially if they're title holders. You just had the title. You just got the title. And now you put me into the ring with somebody dangerous for me to lose my title when I just got it? That's how guys is thinking. But if you're a true champion, you don't think like that. If you're a true champion, you don't even think about you having a belt when it comes down to opponents. It's simple. We want you to fight this person. Okay. That's it. All that cherry picking, just because you got history, you're the A side, pound for pound, you want to start picking people and all that, which a lot of some of these quote unquote side pound for pound guys do. They start cherry picking, they start picking their opponents. And they matchmakers, they do the same. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy is known for that shit, man. Look at Virgil. You know what I'm saying? Like Virgil, yes, he has a good record, but who is he for? You know what I'm saying? Who is Virgil Ortiz for? They keep putting Virgil Ortiz in the ring with people they know he's going to dominate and knock out and win. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, you can't call yourself a true champion. You can't call yourself a truly dangerous fighter if you know that the guy that you're fighting, you're going to destroy. If you get put in that ring with another killer and you come out on top, in my opinion, that's how you garnish my respect, because that's how I know that you're dangerous. And that's how I know that you're a killer. Just knock off a couple of killers. You know what I'm saying? But a couple of cab drivers, trash truck drivers, you know what I'm saying? A couple of teachers and shit, you done knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I respect that. I'm not saying I don't respect, you know what I'm saying, Virgil, but when you see when people try to say that he's dangerous and somebody's avoiding this guy, like, that's bullshit. Why do you think that he left 147? He left 147 because he didn't want to fight Boots. Everybody know Boots' future. He's destined to be at the top, period. Not because of his youth or where he's from. It's because of his skill and his hunger. Jerron Boots is hungry. He wants to be the best. He wants to bring that old school vibe back. You know what I mean? With the best fight the best. You say that you're the best, especially if you got a title, and I need that. Oh, come on, we can run. That's what I'm talking about. That should be boxing. And now that you got Turkey a la Sheep, he's the financier financing a lot of these huge fights. Now it's no excuse. Now it's literally no excuse, because the bag is going to be there. So if the bag is there, the fight should be there. So moving forward, October 12th, Dimitri Bivol will face Arthur BETTER-BIEV for the undisputed crown. Some of y'all know who you got. To be honest with you, man, like, I'm not picking one to beat the other. I believe that this is going to be a great fight. I think both guys have ability, skill, and tools that can put them above the other. I believe that naturally BETERBIEV is a more powerful competitor. He has the power in this fight. But like I said, BETERBIEV brings things to the table that gives him an edge over BETTER-BIEV. And just because they're not power related does not mean that they are not dangerous. Having great footwork is so not only dangerous, but it's pivotal, especially if you are a high level fighter, especially if you have a high level boxing IQ. Having great footwork can put you out of position of getting hurt and put you in position to hurting your opponent. And he has fantastic footwork. So although he may not have that power like BETTER-BIEV, his footwork can avoid a lot of those shots. Because if you don't have great upper body movement, you look at when Canelo fought Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Canelo had the fresher, the younger legs, but his upper body movement wasn't sufficient enough to get out of the way of, you know what I'm saying, like that check, those check hooks that Floyd liked to throw, you know what I'm saying? And his jab. You know what I mean? When Floyd fought Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Like he was tearing him up with the jab. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like that, he liked to bait him back and then catch him. Like Floyd, but Canelo smartened up. He worked on his upper body movement, worked on his head movement. Now look, Canelo operates. Totally different. After that one fight, his defense went through the damn roof. You know what I mean? So sometimes it takes losing in order for you to get better. That's why a lot of these guys who choose not to face dangerous opponent, that can be a blessing in disguise. You taking that fight, and God forbid you lose, or who knows if you win, but sometimes they say you learn more from a loss than a win. But if you lose, that could be the most important and pivotal loss of your career. From that loss, you can grow to the fighter who you are truly supposed to be. So you should never be afraid to step into the ring and fight the best competition available. Yes, matchmakers have to do their job. Yes, promoters want to protect their investments. But guess what? End of the day, you're the breadwinner. You're the fighter. So once you reach that level of a Canelo, a Tank, a Terrence Bud Crawford, shout out to Errol Spence, you know what I mean? Like once you reach those high top tiers, a New Way, like a New Way doesn't even have to fight in the U.S. You know how powerful that is? A New Way doesn't even have to step foot on on our soil. We got to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's power. When you can fill up 100,000 plus seat stadium. Now imagine a price and the gate revenue that you're getting from that. That's power. But once you reach these certain levels, I'm not going to say you can do it. Actually, you can dictate your career. But in my opinion, you should better dictate your career even before you get to that point because you're the fighter. You put your life on the line when you step into that ring. It doesn't matter if you're not considered the A side. You still should have some pull. You still should have some say. I understand it's an A side, it's a B side of things, but just because you're not the quote unquote typical A side, that does not mean that you have to be spoon fed everything from the other side. That's why Spencer Crawford took so long to get off the ground because that's what they were trying to do to Bud. They kept on trying to say, no, you can't do this. You got to do this our way. You got to do this. You got to do that the third. And Bud was like, look, just because I'm not the A side in your opinion, I'm still Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm still going down in the history book, baby. You got to pay me. You got to respect me. So if I want to see those books, to see where that money is being allocated so I can see where my piece should be coming from, guess what? You got to open up the books. And I made a video saying that very exact same thing. The reason why this is taking so long, man, because Bud want to see the books. And I respected that because he knows how the business is. That's why he had to sue Bob Arum. Because when you keep on trying to let these guys dictate what's going to go in your pocket, you think they ever going to give you what you really worth? And Bud realized that. He knows that he's getting older. He's starting to get him. Matter of fact, he's already on that level where pound for pound, they call him the best fighter on the planet. So taking all of that into account, guess what? You're gonna have to pay me. Yeah, you can. If you want Arrow to be the A side, in your opinion, on your side, yes, he could be the A side over there. But despite whatever you may think and believe, I'm the A side over here. And in a new way, a lot of these guys, Tank Davis, Canelo Alvarez, like these guys, whoever they may be fighting, they're the A side on that side. And unfortunately, with a lot of these guys, every fight that they have, they're not fighting somebody who are equally on their level. Like the guy, I believe his name is Roach, last name Roach, if I'm not mistaken. The Tank is about to fight. A lot of people don't even know who this guy is. Some say that he's still a quality fighter, but he's not the guy that they want to see. But when you look at the top guys for Tank to fight, Devin Haney going through a situation, you know what I'm saying, not only a legal situation, but he's mentally still trying to bounce back from that Ryan Garcia loss. Shakur Stevenson, broken hand, you know what I'm saying, injured. Ryan Garcia, suspended, you know what I'm saying, because he popped 30 for PEDs. So even though he fought Ryan Garcia already, and the situation definitely has to be right for Tank and Ryan to get into the ring again. And I truly don't see it being a different outcome. If Ryan fights Tank for a second fight, he's going to get stopped and knocked out yet again. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, when he would see that body shot, that's why it was a delayed reaction, because he knew what was coming. And Ryan Garcia stood back up on his feet. He wasn't a low blow. It wasn't a low blow. So the referee came over, gave him the standard 8 count. Hey, you okay? Walk to me. As soon as that ref got out the way, Tank was on his ass. And Tank was going to finish him. And that would have been a fight. So Ryan did the smart move. He knew what was coming. And that was it. But if these guys fight a second time, I mean, Ryan's going to get stopped again, or he's going to get knocked out. If he fights Devin Haney, Tank is definitely going to win that. And I just did a video about that. I honestly, at this point, don't think Tank Davis will fight Devin Haney, because if Tank fights Devin Haney and he knocks Devin Haney out, shit, now Devin Haney might sue Tank. You know what I'm saying? Might try to make a false claim that he was on PEDs or was this or that. You know what I mean? So while Tank is enjoying his victory, he may get a phone call from his attorney and say, guess what? Team Haney, Devin Haney Promotions, they're suing us because we knocked them out. So Devin Haney, although I understand why he's doing what he's doing, but when you go back and you watch the video that he did with Andre Ward, when Andre Ward asked him about the lawsuit, Devin Haney was like, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, before it was decisive. Y'all said y'all were suing Ryan Garcia. And that just made me think, this quote-unquote lawsuit, is this coming from Devin Haney, or is this coming from Bill Haney? See, before, I thought it was Devin. I thought he was the captain of the boat. I thought he was saying, you know what, man, like the PEDs, you know what I'm saying, and Golden Boy somehow got compensation, you know what I'm saying, for that fight. Oh, hell no, man, I want my bread. I thought that was Devin Haney. But after that interview that he did with Andre Ward, and he made Andre Ward ask him that question, and Devin Haney was like I don't know, like, we'll see. Like, what the fuck? I said, hold up. And I just did like two meals, you know what I'm saying, talking about some, you suing this guy and all that. Now you indecisive. Now you don't know what you want to do. So now I'm like, I had to think. I was like, you know, all this damn time, it was probably Bill Haney. He was probably the one talking about, you know what, welcome to the Devin Haney era and all that, you know what I'm saying? But he was the one probably doing most of the talking. He probably initiated and started, quote unquote, the legal aspect of this now, I guess, legal beef. First it was a boxing thing, but like I said, the fight is over. Now it's the business that is taking over the scene. And the one thing that I gave Devin Haney was he's a young promoter and he has his own promotional brand. So when you look at it fiscally from a business standpoint, Devin Haney does have not only an opportunity, but he has a right to take it to, you know what I mean, to a legal setting. You know what I mean? In other words, take him to court because he's a boss. He's a young boss, you know what I mean? But then I had to think when he made that comment, I said, damn, so Bill Haney's the one really talking about that lawsuit shit? And Devin Haney was probably like, you know what? I trust my pop. He's also my manager, / trainer, whatever, you know what I mean? Been with me since I was a child. I wouldn't be here without him. Been here through the thick and thin, good and bad. You know what? If that's what you want to do, especially if it's going to benefit me, then yes, you got my blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even though that's his father, Devin Haney is still the boss. So even if Bill Haney wanted to sue Ryan Garcia from a promotional aspect, meaning he's representing the Devin Haney brand, not just his son, y'all know that's his son, but taking it to a legal degree, he's representing and he's speaking for Devin Haney as far as the Devin Haney promotional brand. And that's what I understood. So if Devin Haney is kind of on the fences about that, then at this point, I really don't know if that's the best course of action. And if that's the best course of action, then you got to go. It's going to cost you money, but depending upon what you're looking for, as far as a settlement, then you know what I'm saying. I mean, it may come back to you. But everybody said it, man. Tim Bradley called him soft. You know what I mean? I said it myself from an emotional standpoint. I don't think we should have did it. But from a business standpoint, I can see where he may have an argument. I can see where the situation may have a little bit of merit. But end of the day, man, you're a fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? You know the game is dirty, the game is corrupt. People take PEDs in the sport of boxing, in sports in general, but especially in boxing. You know people pop 30. Now, they knew he was dirty, you know what I'm saying, when they're not in the fight, you know what I'm saying? But you still fought. You know what I mean? Yes, the results came back. You know what I mean? The A sample, then the B sample and all that, you know what I mean, after the fact. But y'all knew something wasn't right, they're not in the fight. And y'all still fought. So if you still took the fight, you still fought, you went there and you lost, you got to accept that. And not only did you lose, but you got embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? You really got dealt with. So he has to, I mean, at this point, mentally, that's trauma for Devin Haney. He really has to work through and sort that shit out. That's why I believe that he was taking a little break. Then he went back on social media and saying, yeah, I mean, I may have took a break, but I never really left. It's like you playing games with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly, you did not get over that fight. Clearly, that is a loss that will haunt you for a very long time. Because not only are you still talking about it, but you and your team is talking about suing Ryan Garcia because he whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no street fight, dog. This is a boxing match, a professional boxing match. Contracts are drawn up. Contracts are signed. You got paid. Ryan Garcia got paid. Shit, even Oscar De La Hoya company got paid. When Ryan Garcia went over 3 pounds over, it was claused in the contract. You had to receive $500,000 per pound. 3 pounds, that's $1.5 million. You got that money in conjunction with your overall purse from the fight. You received and recouped all that money. Now you want to sue, or your team wants to sue Ryan Garcia, Golden Boy, you know what I'm saying, for battery damages, punitive damages and overall damages, I mean, for the result of that fight. I mean, like I said, man, from an emotional standpoint, it's kind of nutty because you're a fighter, but I had to be fair and look at it from where possibly Devin and Bill Haney are looking at it from. And from a business standpoint, it does have merit. I can understand why they would do it. But at the same time, man, it's like, I mean, this is what you signed up for, man. You literally signed up to step into the ring. You knew Ryan Garcia has speed, has power. More importantly, you know that he's going to throw that damn left hook. And you kept on getting hit with it. That's nobody's fault but yours. You can't sue him because he kept hitting you with a shot that he has hit so many people with that you know that he was going to throw in the fight. You should be mad at yourself. But I say that to say less. I say that to say this. BETERBIEV, BETTER-BIEV, different fight, different level. You know what I mean? A lot of people in this sport, like I said, Terrence Crawford, can't wait to see what Bud is going to do. Bud wants that Canelo fight. But if you're willing, if I'm talking to Terrence Crawford, he's not willing to move up for anybody but Canelo. But Canelo, in my opinion, if he's not going to fight David Benavidez, what makes you think he's going to fight you? So although there'll be a great fight, I said it before, I went on record, Terrence Crawford beats Canelo. Even though he's going up in weight, even though he's a smaller guy going up, Terrence Crawford has enough skill to beat Canelo Alvarez. But I will say this. After that Marjamon fight, I really had to reassess and I had to think about it. Because Terrence Crawford didn't look overly great when he fought Marjamon. He didn't. That was his first fight at 154 against a tough competitor. Yes, he didn't. Yes, he only had, a handful of fights. But yes, he had over 300, amateur fights. And guess what? Who do you think helped, prepare? Dimitri Bivol and Majamov is buddies. You know what I'm saying? Majamov helped Bivol train and get ready, for that fight. So guess what? Bivol knows how skilled Majamov is. So a lot of people didn't think that Majamov was skilled, but like always, I said that shit once I went and did my homework, watched a few fights, seeing how he operated once he got into the ring. I said, this dude is dangerous, man. This dude is dangerous. And you know who he reminded me of? Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was watching Majamov fight and how he operates, I was thinking about Triple G. I said, this dude kind of remind me of Triple G a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Power, can box. You know what I mean? A dangerous puncher if he catches you. But I will give it to Bud. I think it was that left hand or that overhand right. You know what I mean? The Majamov is definitely is very dangerous with Terrence Crawford. He nullified that shot. But actually, matter of fact, I think it was the right hand because the left hand, he kept catching Bud when they fought. But like I said, Terrence Crawford took some shots in that fight, and he didn't look like Bud, the 147 Bud. He didn't look like that when he went up before Majamov. So Bud jumping up another 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, I think he's going to have the same issues and the same problem. And you can't do that, and you can't take that kind of risk when you fight Canelo Alvarez. Because Canelo Alvarez is already his natural weight. He's already dangerous at that weight. He's already acclimated at that weight. More importantly, he's skilled at that weight. Terrence Crawford, moving up, he's going to have to, I can't even say Bud can acclimate because you're going up 2 weight classes, fighting somebody extremely dangerous, extremely skilled. Yes, you have the skill to beat Canelo, but your first fight in that weight class, that's a lot to deal with. So although he may have the skill to beat Canelo and fight Canelo for his first fight at that weight, not acclimated to that weight, that's going to be a tough fight for Bud. So can Bud beat Canelo? Yes, he can. His first fight at 168, can he beat Canelo? That's why a lot of people may say, you know what, he may be his first loss, and I can understand that. Watching how he performed in that Majamon fight, first fight against an opponent, not no bottom level dude, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the top guys in the sport. But walked away with the decision, became champ, now champ at 154. Now let's talk to him fighting from Dora before they try to get him and Errol Spence. And I said, Errol, I don't know what's going on with Errol Spence, but I don't think boxing is on Errol Spence's radar right now. Will he walk away from the sport? Who knows? Made money, made great investments, has a huge farm out there. He living good, quiet, peaceful. Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? Errol may walk away. He even said it himself at one point. That might be his last fight. And I think he's trying to get through a lot of that mental baggage that's kind of weighing him down, you know what I mean? Of car accidents, you know what I'm saying? That huge loss in the fight, you know what I mean? Personal struggles, the eye injury, all that. He's trying to sift through all that trauma, all that drama and really figure out, you know what? Do I still want to fight? Because he kept himself at 147 for a whole year just to fight Bud. You know what I mean? So the physical toll that all that took on Errol Spence's body and his mind was a lot. So he definitely needs to relax, rest, more importantly, reset. So is Errol done? I mean, who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to wrap this up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yanju, man, I appreciate you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for being up in here. But I'm hungry. Gotta get, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get that grill popping. You know what I mean? So appreciate y'all, man.
That boy will talk, man. He is bad, man. Y'all better subscribe and stop playing with this boy, man. He is bad. Y'all better subscribe now. Stop playing. I said, that boy know what he talking about. I don't care what nobody say.
Appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely about to get up out of here. Turn this mic down a little bit. Turn this mic down a little bit. But appreciate y'all, man. Definitely about to get up out of here. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.